to leave the house. My cousin stepped out, but when he started insulting my parents and insulting my family, like he always, does, my cousin could not stand it. Said that she has been hearing all of this and she will not continue to keep quiet. That if I won't say anything, if this is how I keeping quiet, that she will not keep quiet. So she started to respond to him. And he got angry like a small girl, because she was just 18 years old last year. And it was like a small girl was insulting him. So he started beating her up. And she had to fight back. So that was when I was helpless. I couldn't do anything. Baby was situation surrounding my marriage to comedian Princewill, and the video where he was beating, physically assaulting my cousin. So I just want the world to know. It's high time I say something. It's high time I speak. I've been silent for so long, and I've been silent because of all the troubles I've had to go through, all the violence, all the fear, the anxiety, and the pain. And then I just want peace. But then it's actually looking like I'm beginning to look like an enabler, and it'd be unfair for me to continue to keep quiet. The injustice that was done, perpetrated by Princewill on my cousin and even on me. Another thing is the threats. If anything happens to me and my family, I want the world to know that comedian Princewill and his family should be held responsible, because with the recent happenings, I still tried as much as possible to conceal and not divulge information, because I just want peace. And then, like I said, the fear and the pain I've been going through, and I've had to deal with. So that was why I didn't divulge any information. But still, I was getting threats from Princewill's sister. So I just want the world to know, if anything happens to me and my family, the world should hold Princewill and his family responsible, because I do not know what else they want from me. I don't know what else they want from me. I've tried as much as possible to be silent, and it's looking as if my silence I'm beginning to look stupid and allow all the lies and false narratives that they have been selling, continue to be peddled against me and my family. And then be said, the narrative that they've been pushing, or people, I don't know who, and I don't know to what end, that I cheated on my husband and that was why my marriage got broken. That's a lie from a pit of hell. God knows, heaven knows, I never cheated on my ex-husband. I never cheated on comedian Princewill. As a matter of fact, he was the one that was constantly and chronically cheating on me. And there are evidences to back this up. Okay, so if the cheating was true, if it was true that I cheated on my husband, he would have been on a divorce paper, because he filed for a divorce this year in January after my father returned the bride price in December 2025. So this year, January 2026, we filed for the divorce after my father returned bride price last year in December. Because of the domestic violence, because of the beating that I had to endure from my ex-husband. Even the case was reported to the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, where we both had a separation in April, May. I was breastfeeding at the time. I had my baby, my second son, that's the second CS, in 2024, September. And in December, from December, our marriage started to have a series of issues as a result of his constant cheating and unfaithfulness. And then it resulted into physical violence, physical assault on me in March 2025. I even suffered some bruises. I reported the case. Some neighbors gathered and even intervened, and some neighbors even went to report him to the police. And then I went to report to the domestic and Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency last year. So that was where we had our separation. My ex-husband, comedian Princewill, has actually assaulted me before in 2022. I did not create a scene. I did not report to anybody. My family did not create a scene or report to anybody. As a matter of fact, he apologized and I came back home. My family forgave. I forgave. Nobody heard of it until the second one again last year in March. And I was breastfeeding at the time. And the doctor had told him after I had my second baby, vice the second CS, that my liver was enlarged and my uterus is now compressed as a result of that second CS. And I need proper care. Despite all of this, he still had the mind and the effrontery to still lay hands on me. So like I was saying, my sister came to we had a separation in April, May, after the separation at Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, where we had a separation, and then he was asked not to come to the house again to cause trouble, and he continued taking care of the feeding and upkeep of I and the children. My sister came to stay with me in June. Princewill was not there. We separated in April, May. He was not in the house. In fact, he left the house in March. Then the separation happened at Lagos State Domestic Agency in April, May. And my sister came to stay with me, which is my cousin that all of you saw in the video. My cousins came to stay with me in June to help me because of my health condition and to help me with my kids. I have 2 boys, and I was breastfeeding. I was breastfeeding and having to go through all of this emotional stress, pain and anxiety and suffering. Even in January last year, the car that my ex-husband, Comedian Princewill, claimed that he got for me, that was all over social media, he seized it in January last year. At that time, he was still in the house, but was causing me too much trouble. I was working like we were living like strangers in the house, constant pain, constant crying. In fact, it was as if I was working on eggshells in the house. He seized that car, and I'll be carrying the 2 kids to be jumping buses and bike with my health condition while he was driving the 2 cars. So fast forward, when we had a separation, my cousin came to stay with me. So he was asked not to come there to cause me any more trouble after I reported him for physically assaulting me. And then he came there to still cause trouble in June and asked my cousin to leave the house. My cousin stepped out, but when he's there insulting my parents and insulting my family like he always does, my cousin could not stand it. Said that she has been hearing all of this and she will not continue to keep quiet. That if I won't say anything, if this is how I keeping quiet, that she will not keep quiet. So she started to respond to him. And he got angry like a small girl, because she was just 18 years old last year. And it was like a small girl was insulting him. So he started beating her up. And she had to fight back. So that was when I was helpless. I couldn't do anything. My baby was crying. My baby was sick. I was sick. I was so helpless. I picked up my phone and I was even saying, I will record you, hoping that he would stop. He didn't stop until I pressed record. So that was what happened. So the lies that I brought my family to come and fight him, or my sister to come to his house to fight him, is a lie. So that was what happened. So I've cleared. It's important that I talk about it. I've been quiet for so long. To be unfair if I keep doing that to my family and to myself. I denied myself justice. I denied my cousin justice last year when the matter escalated to gender unit in Ikeja GRA. And because of the video, they were going to jail him. They said 4 years or 3 years, but I refused. I was scared for him. I said no. I said I don't want the father of my children to go to jail. I couldn't stand it. I still forgive him, even though he was unrepentant. He was not even remorseful. But I still forgive him. And now another lies again this year. I don't know how the video got out. I don't know what I did. I didn't even talk to anybody. People that reached out to me even to help me last week, I did not divulge information to them because I don't want troubles. Because I know how much Princewill can be so violent. The threats, all the is a cultist, is the number 2. You shoot my father, I shoot my mother. All the old troubles that have happened in marriage, I've been trying to be on my own. And it kept, all the bragging that he knows people, knows politicians, knows minister, House of Rep, or IGP, IPO. I've been living in fear and silence. And I don't want issue. And I just told myself that I need to heal. And I'm still in therapy. Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency provided us therapy for I and my son, the psychologist that we are seeing. So I've been trying to heal and just be at peace and be quiet. But I can't continue being quiet and allow false narrative to be peddled against me. It would be unfair. I did not cheat on my husband. Like I said, if that was the case, he would have been on the divorce paper that he filed. But he was not there. He didn't write that as a reason for dissolution. So Princewill, that I know, if that was the case, that would be there. And every other lies that he has been peddling, that collecting money from men. If I say my story, I will say it, but at the appropriate time. I just want to clear this. So all of those allegations that he accused me, or people, or is it people that are doing it by themselves, accusing me wrongly, it was not on the divorce paper. Rather, he was saying I was a toxic one. I was putting all lies. That was why I got a lawyer to cross petition, but I accepted the dissolution of marriage. We only tried as of last year to see if we can remedy it, to salvage the situation and fix. Even our pastor even tried to talk to us. He worked out on his pastor. Princewill worked out on his pastor. So everybody tried, family, friends, that's the few ones, but not so many of them did not say anything. Some of his close friends and supporters, even women that did not even ask, how is Chima doing? How are you doing? You're a breastfeeding mother having to go through all of this issue with 2 kids. No wonder, maybe because of the cheating, I don't know, this is what people have been spreading about me, I don't even know. Only for me to start seeing it on social media. So I don't know what they must have, they might be thinking about me, or what he must have told them. The only few friends that tried to speak out, McCoyo, his close friend, and Coach P.I. and McRae, and I think Weymouth and Bonus, he quarreled with them, like he insulted them, and he called them his enemies, and stopped being friends with them. Only the ones that like his puppet, maybe because of favor they are getting from him, of course, obviously, that did not say a word. They did not say a word to even care. Even his family, his parents, his mother and his stepfather did not say a word. His step siblings, none of them said a word till date. Maybe after all, what they want has happened. So please, I just want to clear the air. This threat I'm getting from the sister, from the family, I don't trust these people anymore. I don't know what they are capable of doing. If a small girl can be, as a young girl, using she go work out for me, and they wait for my sister, they wait for us, wanting, like, promising to physically hurt my sister, and then say she go work out for me. If a young girl can say that word, I don't know, trust what the family is capable of doing. Because after all, in the marriage, my ex-husband, Princewill, kept mentioning how his mother is a witch and he can prove it. Many times he stopped me having a relationship with his mom. Even when the mother brings gifts for the baby, he refused me wearing the clothes the mother bought. Said the mother is a witch. And he kept saying this, and he kept saying he will prove it. So I don't know. Even many times my father tried to reconcile him and his mother. And then the mother told my father after our wedding that my father will regret giving me to her son, that we don't know who he is yet. So he's coming from a family where there's a lot of dysfunction, a lot of chaos, and there always are loggerheads. So he's the one that is from a broken home. And that's why I try so much not to, allow that pattern. I'm not from a broken home, and I cannot stand imagining my children not having a father and mother together. That was why I kept begging, even though he was the one that hurting me, he was the one that, did everything, even the beating, I still begged. They will say, "Yeah, begging. How now, men, you will have to beg, and you raise everywhere. You did it. I will beg. I will try." They will say, "Pray and fast." I prayed and fast. As a breastfeeding mother, I was fasting and I was praying. Breastfeeding. I tried my best to even salvage this, but it was futile. Even our pastor tried, it was futile. Everybody tried until my father returned the bride price in December. And then he filed for a divorce.